I really have always had a drive, especially during my mission, after my mission, to give some type of relief. And I just know when I have some type of thing that feels good and feels wonderful, and I know it does so much for me, because this has, to be honest with you, this changed my life. This changed my way of being. Just coming on and learning all the principles from Maurice, and learning from like Drives Daily Fight, and putting on the armor of God, and all the things that we learn here. I really, it opened my heart and opened my mind to so many things, and I wanted to share it. I really wanted this part of the spiritual part of therapy in my work, and not promoted often, but here it's very much promoted. Oh, it's support, it's animated, it's everybody that comes, they have a huge attack beforehand to not come, but when they come, they leave just on fire, and they want to go to more. They get friends that literally last. I mean, they will be lifetime friends because they met in the program. And there's a kindred spirit there. I think there's just the power of, man, no shame. Like, they come just so ashamed of what they've done. And then they come to a group of 8 other guys that are overcoming that shame, and their shame level just dissipates. It just goes out the window, and they start to make such great changes. Some fast, but some pretty slow, and that is extremely okay, because they're still on that. They're stepping up little by little, you know. And so, especially if they stick it out and use the principles. But I would say that there's just no shame. There's no judgment, because who's going to judge at a group like that, right? You know, and they're getting this non-judgmental approach, and they just come in and start working hard. So that's what I love about it: camaraderie, but the extreme no shame environment. No shame at all. Oh man, when they get that countenance change, that's what I notice. Like, they're coming in pretty dejected. They come in, get a wonderful interview with the clinician, and throughout the process, they're figuring it out. They're failing a little bit. It's good failure, because they're really figuring out how to beat the snot out of Satan, and get to the point where they can have that confidence forever. And when they figure it out, and when they have that turning point, there's nothing stopping them. And if they keep doing what they were doing at that point, just the simple steps that they were keeping up with Manpower, they just rock forever, and they stay intact, and they learn how to work recovery for the rest of their life. They learn how to beat the adversary's tactics, not just with addiction, but just with everything that he comes with. And it's just a countenance change. It's a protective, providing attitude that they lead with, even more than they had when they started. Just a little story first. I just have this little, he's a 13-year-old boy, but heart of a lion, and he's just awesome. And he's just coming up with battle strategies, and it's just this 13-year-old boy that's learning how to battle right now. And he's calling out the 18-year-olds. He's calling out the 16-year-olds and saying, "Dude, what's going on here? I'm doing this. I'm 13. You're not doing this yet. Why you better get on to Manpower, my friend." You know, just spitfire. And when that guy came in, my office, he was bawling. "Why do I have to be here, Dad? Why do I have to be here, Mom? This is not a problem. I don't want to talk about this." He would literally shut his eye. He would make sure that he could not see me. And now it's just different. Like, it's a battle. There's a war cry just built into him now. And there's cases like that come. Manpower is the lifeblood. it is. It's the lifeblood of recovery. It really is the border patrol that we need to make sure and know when our chemistry is kind of going off. Because if guys don't get the manpower, it takes them a while. But if they do, if they get that manpower down and they get consistent on it, there's speedier recovery, there's speedier recognition of when a moral violation is coming, you know? And so I have been so impressed by personal warrior trainers and the guys that use them. It saves time, it saves so much money, and it gets them to the point where they learn that recovery, that working recovery at such a faster rate. The biggest advice I would give is really get your son involved in the Sons of Helaman. Get them, turn it over to them, but also use mothers who know, use all the parent resources, and also fight something that learn how to fight something that you're dealing with too. Really go in there and say, you know what, I need to, because my son's going through this, I also want to understand addiction on my level too. I want to understand what, you know, because I'm dealing with something too. It could be sugar, it could be depression, anxiety. And I want to employ the principles that he's employing every day, that he's taught every day. Try to fight this alongside your son. A lot of the time we butt heads. Instead, let's walk side by side and know that the adversary is the orchestrator of all that pain. He's the orchestrator of all your pain. He's the orchestrator of all of your son's pain, any family pain. He loves orchestrating like that. And so standing side by side and recognizing that I'm going to fight this with you. I kind of want to butt heads with you right now, but I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to fight this alongside you. I'm fighting this right now. And so let's fight it together. Getting to that point, that's when true, not only recovery for him comes, recovery for you, but the recovery for the family really starts to blossom. I get to be a part of something that creates a system where wives don't have to cry as much, right? Mothers don't have to feel at odds with their kids as much. Fathers can pass on that providing, presiding, protecting factor their sons more. And I get to be a part of that every day. That is dream. It's a dream come true. I fight to continue to be extremely aware in my own life to make sure that I can create even more of a situation like that for future families. When these guys, I fight because when these guys graduate, and they really graduate genuinely, authentically, they literally have stopped any type of system that could put a cog in their generations to come. And so I fight extremely hard for that, to make sure and to pass that information on at a level that these guys can pass to their kids. I fight because I get to see change every day if I'm on it. If I'm aware, I get to see God's hand in so much of what I get to be a part of. And so I fight to make sure that I'm connecting with God at a level that's pretty high every day, and to make sure I'm doing what He wants me to do. Because when I'm on His errand, and when I'm on His, when I'm connected with Him, things really go pretty awesome, and I recognize a lot of His hand in my life. And that's my whole purpose. That's all I want. I just want to be with Him. I just want to serve Him. I just want to love Him. I just want to do what He wants me to do.